Hello and welcome back to another game on Arena. 1v1 between Dobbs playing in teal as the Celts and Barles in red as the Magyars. So we have an Arena Clown here, an Arena player, of course better known, commonly known as Arena Clown, which is Dobbs. He's playing as the Celts, a pretty decent civilization on Arena in my opinion. He's playing on a roughly 1900 1v1 level on DE, and Barles on 2k plus, not an Arena player. He's playing all kinds of maps, I guess. I could call him an RM expert or an Arabia expert. I'm not sure if it's Arabia or all kinds of maps. I guess he's playing quite a few different maps here, especially on Arena. And I want to see Dobbs playing this game, especially his build order with Celts, because we have an Arena Clown, we have Celts, a very interesting civilization in my opinion. And I really want to see how he's going to use the advantages that he should have over Magyars, which is obviously the siege of the Celts and their infantry, while Magyars, a cavalry civilization, they get onagers with siege engineers as far as I know. But it's still pretty tough to face this. Their infantry, Magyar's infantry, is not good. Of course, we get the Magyar Hussars, which with Corbinian army, I just looked it up, don't cost gold. And then with recurve bow, cav archers, you have a pretty strong army composition. You get fully upgraded arbalest and paladin if you want to. The thing is, the only good unit against siege is probably the Magyar Hussar that gets an advantage against siege, not bonus here. And so I want to see if the Magyar Hussar is going to come into play, if it's going to be cavalry against like Halberdier siege, which is possible. Are we going to see Wold Raiders? And how is Dobbs going to play this game? What does he know about this map for now? He can see 2 boars inside close to the walls, main stone forward, 2 deer, 3 deer inside. He's going for that first boar, but not without taking cow number 3, I guess. Yeah, you should have 3+3 cows. And he has 3 villagers on wood only. So he's going with a boar quite early here. Could have sent 1 more villager to the cow, finish it like this. It's a lot of food rotting away, but it's not a big problem. And that next villager actually going to build 2 houses here. So kind of a wall of coming up here already. We have some villagers underneath the TC, which is the standard number. 3 villagers on wood, which is enough with Celts. And now he's just waiting to build that mill. I would prefer to see the villager inside here actually. You could send 2 villagers inside that little gap and then go for all your berries. It's probably more efficient, but doesn't make a big difference here. Dobbs also went out to scout a little bit. Now he's going to the back of his base where he can see his main gold. Can see the second stone outside, and I think, yeah, 3rd gold forward, he can see that as well. There's 1 relic, so he knows about all his resources. He can see the deer, which he probably is going to lure in very soon, and he's going to proceed with the standard build order, not without actually turning 3 villagers to take the cow food here, cow meat, and villager number 8 underneath the TC on the boar again. I imagine we're going to see the next villager go for that boar here, and we're going to see those 3 villagers from cows, from the cow, probably going to take the deer. At least that's what I'm expecting. He's command queuing them on the boar. Now is taking that deer with 2 villagers, and he's actually sending another cow here because he didn't send the villager to lure boar. But it's 8 villagers underneath the TC. Now 1 of them going to hunt the boar and 1 villager on a farm already. So pretty much standard build order, except the fact that we have 3 villagers on wood. First farm up at minute 6. The boar now coming in. I guess those 5 villagers should start to hit the boar. Ooh, that's not good. And that boar is less than ideal. It's too far outside. The deer not finished. Looks like he sent the villagers to take the boar here now. I'm not quite sure. Where's the next villagers going? For now, we still have a lot of villagers underneath the TC. And next year also here. So he's just going to take that free food, that fast food as good as he can. He's now sending 2 villagers to build a second lumber camp here actually. I guess it's going to be 3+3 and later on 4+4, 4+5, something like that. The only question for me is he going up like fast to feudal age, like it's say 24 population? Or are we going to see a military approach, go for scouts here maybe? I don't think archers, but scouts is an option in my opinion. And then you have like probably 26, 27 at least population, or 26, 27 villagers to go up to feudal age. And for now we could see a scout opening here, 3 villagers on the lumber camp as expected. So 3+3 at this point in the game, and the other villagers are on food as expected. There's 2 farms now, 2nd farm on the way, and 6 villagers on boar, 3 on deer. Those 6 villagers are going to continue with the cows here, I imagine. Another villager now going, villager number pop 23, going for that mining camp. So it looks like he wants to go on 24, maybe 25 population. He's queuing up 2 more villagers, but he has enough food to actually go for feudal age. Now the question is, are we going to see another farm here, as those 6 villagers from board just going to cow, and the next farm coming up, and the last villager, where do you put it? On wood? On another farm? But you need some more wood probably. Yeah, it did not send the villager yet, is now scouting the back of his base, and the last villager is going to build a house as you are on 25 population, and 2 more villagers going to straggler tree here, as you're quite short on wood here, and with 6 villagers on wood you might be short of the 325 that you need to build a blacksmith in the market. Also with that house, another wood cost coming in. Now Dobbs, I think, is going to try to go out here. Problem is, once he's reaching feudal age, or once Barles hits feudal age, his scout is going to get the +1 attack. Do you need a blacksmith for that? I'm not quite sure. And Dobbs is actually going for the barracks, which is interesting, because with that amount of villagers, it could be difficult to get the 2 buildings then. Do you need? Yes, still 325 as far as I know. And now he's sending the rest of the villagers from deer to the cows here. We have 3 villagers on farms, 2 in gold, 3 plus 3 on wood, and 2 more on straggler trees. And he should be fine here, but we're going to find out very soon if he's going to be able to place the buildings immediately. Looks like a stable build order to me. And we have nothing special happening for now. I guess we can fast forward a little bit to see the wood count at the end of the Dark Age. Now 270, sending 2 villagers from cow to build that stable. Not enough wood yet for the blacksmith, but I guess those 2 villagers here could start and build a blacksmith really soon. He's sending 1 more, and a blacksmith coming up at the front as well. So he should be in time to click up. He's got enough food in the bank, almost, and he's gonna have it once this cow is finishing. He's got another one here. He's got enough gold in the bank, and he should be able to click after that second villager from feudal age is created. He's in the meantime going for more scouting, can see 4 relics in total already, and there it is, the castle age click, exactly at the time you want to be. Nice to see that the build order is working out. He's sending another villager to wood here, sending 2 more to the other side, so it's gonna be 4 plus 5 and 2 on straggler trees, and the rest of the 4 villagers here probably gonna go to build some farm very soon. Did we see double buildings already? I don't think so, but it's on the way now. A few more houses coming up on the right hand side, and it looks like Dobbs is staying at home just in case, because, yeah, let's find out. Barles Scout has the 3 plus 3, so the first attack upgrade free for the Magyars, obviously, so the scout is stronger. You cannot really move out with your own scout as you don't have any bonuses. Now let's go for the rest of the map here. Actually, we have a gold and a stone on the right hand side in the neutral zone. We can see 4 of the 5 relics, so number 5 here, actually 3 relics close to Barles. Second stone, third gold are outside. The main gold is quite safe in the back here, main stone safe in the back, second gold on the side here, not too safe, but in the back, so not a big problem, and Barles might want to wall here later on. At least with some houses or palisades. He went for a stable build as well, has a good amount of farms up and running. And he is not producing scouts yet. Let's find out. No, doesn't look like he has the food. He's only going for double bricks now. And we have a few more farms up for Dobbs, and I imagine he did go for Hoskala indeed. We have 6 villagers now on one wood line, 6 on the other wood line. 3 villagers in gold actually, and 4 in berries, so the rest is on farms here or on straggler trees. And we're going to see a little bit of a fight for the relics, I imagine. Spearman also out, as Dobbs maybe expects the scouts or the light cav even from the Magyars here. And Dobbs, are you going for the light cav upgrade? That's the only question I still have. Or are we going to see scouts and imagine a monastery coming up immediately, as well as a second TC on the wood line here? I think that's a nice spot for a TC. There are 4 villagers from berries just finished, going to the wood line, and I imagine the other TC coming somewhere around here or here would be possible. A little bit of scout fighting in the middle, running away from the spearmen and so on. 1 scout cav on the right hand side patrolling the relic. Next TC coming up. I'm surprised about this one, because it's not close to the wood line. You have a lot of space for farms, but I don't really like it. In the middle we have the scout cav in better numbers for Dobbs here. So Dobbs losing a monk, did not pay attention here, but the scout is going down, and now he should not go too far away. At this point Barles is not patrolling the relic, so Dobbs is getting this one, and he's moving the wrong direction. He was thinking maybe I can save that monk, but it's not happening. The spearman against the bear, that's not good, because the Spearman died, and finally Dobbs is getting that first relic in, but Barles with Magyar Lightcav now, 7+2 attack, that's the +2 for free as he's up to Castle Age now, and is able to take that monk down really fast, and Dobbs lost quite a few monks here, did not go for the Lightcav upgrade himself, which is a little bit surprising to me. I was honestly expecting that, and finally the first relic coming in, but Barles has 3 monks of his own, and he should be able to move out very soon, as ooh, he's leaving the gate open. That's a big mistake here, and that's 3 monks for 2 scouts. Very nice trade here for Dobbs. In the meantime, we have a few spearmen patrolling, another bear attacking the spearmen, which is not what you want to have. Let me quickly check Dobbs' TCs, one on the wood here on the right hand side in the back, 1 TC on the main gold more or less, but this should have been 1 more tile to the top here to have space for farms or 2 more. I think that's 3 TCs for him. For Dobbs, 3 TCs up and running. A nice house wall here. And we're going to see more fights in the middle while the players are trying to boom as good as possible. A lot of spearmen for Dobbs actually, and I guess it makes sense. But another 2 monks going down here to the 1 Lightcav. Now Dobbs is saying, we cannot continue like this. So let's attack that Lightcav. Send 4 spearmen in total. And Dobbs is housed on 70 population. Something that should not happen, but it's not a big deal here. And where's the next monks for him? He's sending 1 more, but he should not send it out. In the meantime, Barles is finally able to send his own monks forward, as he has got 2 more now in the field. He's trying to go for this relic, but he should not be able to take this, as Dobbs has a monk close. A spearman here has a few scout cav and lost the spearman to conversion. That's a nice pointy boy fight, as T90 would say it. And another monk that is almost going to die here, but Dobbs just in time is able to bring the monk to safety. And now we're going to see the monk bring the relic a little bit closer to the arena, to the monastery, and finally Dobbs is able to take the second relic in. It cost him a lot, cost a lot of time. Barles in the meantime is saying, hey, I got 3 relics for free, more or less at least, so I'm quite happy with that. And with 3 TCs, he is going for a decent boom here. It's lacking a little bit of food, but other than that, looks quite good. 78 villages for him. As for Dobbs, 82. Maybe a little bit ahead. Going for barracks now. This looks like the pikeman halberdier approach, and he's actually on the way up to Imperial Age. With a good amount of villagers on stone, a good amount of stone in the bank already. He's opening the walls on the left hand side to actually expand his arena a little bit. I like this idea. And the castle is coming up forward, protecting the 2nd gold and the 3rd gold at the same time. Only 1 villager to build it, but looks like he's sending a few more now. He's got a few spearmen left on the field, and there is more barracks coming up, a siege workshop coming up as well. And Dobbs is probably going to go for either Onager or siege rams immediately, and pikeman done, so I imagine halberdier is a must in this situation. As for Barles, let's find out. He's on the way up to Imperial Age as well, going for fletching, so it's going to be cav archers here with 3 curveball once he can get it. He has enough stone for a castle, which he's putting in to the front of his base, and yeah, he's maybe on the right hand side would have been better. I would have preferred to see the castle around here, but when Dobbs is up earlier and is sending trebuchets, you might be in trouble, so the castle is actually the safe approach, and I don't mind this. I think it's a good idea to go that way. Cav archers with +2 now, but not more at this point in the game. And we are only 31 minutes in, so it's fine here. And Dobbs has a few mangonels. Is he going for Onager? Not yet. We're going to see the Onager upgrade. He's got enough resources to do it, but yeah, he probably clicked it now. Onager upgrade on the way. As for Barles, I imagine we're going to see a good amount of upgrades for those cav archers, as the +3 is done with Bracer. This one is the, what do they call it, Corbinian army, or what was it called, to make the Magyar Hussars cost no gold. And we have chemistry on the way as well. Is this heavy? Oh, heavy cav archer done. This is huge, because it's quite an expensive upgrade. The thing is, Dobbs has onagers on the field, and now we're going to see pikemen as a pretty good counter unit to cavalry, obviously, and the onagers to try and shoot, try and kill those heavy cav archers from distance. One trebuchet moving forward, unprotected, but there's no melee units to attack it, so Dobbs actually is fine at this point, and that castle, if it was further forward, would go down even easier. Magyar Hussar creation starting without a gold cost, which is really nice for Dobbs, for Barles, so he should be able to at least snipe a little bit of those siege units here. 2 trebuchets in the back, halberdier production still going, and the question is siege onager or siege rams? Because I don't think we're going to see heavy scorpions. University on the way. Siege onager is really expensive. Siege ram not so much, obviously, and both would be valid options. The second castle for Barles is actually up on the right hand side, protecting the gold and not too far away from that extra gold and extra stone. The other extra resources, did we see them? Were they in the middle? Are there no other extra resources? resources? I'm wondering right now. Castle up to protect the second stone here, an outpost as well, which is quite a good idea. Looks like we only have one time extra resources on this map. Maybe I'm missing it, but I don't see them, so yeah, that's possible, I guess. We have a good amount of army in the middle now. Halberdiers +2 defense is done, the rest on the way. Even town patrol coming in, and the 3 trebuchets now. Yeah, not really going to attack. One is going to attack because you can afford to lose one here, but you don't want to lose all 3 of them. And the Magyar Hussars +4 attack for free, obviously, +2 defense, missing the last defense upgrade. And the heavy cav archers also missing a few upgrades here. Not sure. Are we going to? Did we see Thumbring and Parthen tactics? They should be available for Magyars as far as I remember. But now the 3 trebuchets are actually hitting the castle. That means Dobbs is with an advantage here when it comes to map control. The Magyar Hussars now moving in to attack the Halberdiers first. I think you should have gone for the trebuchets faster. That was not the best idea from Barles to attack all the Halberdiers only, because now Dobbs is sending his main army against the cav archers and hussars. And in the meantime, the castle went down. A few heavy cav archers now trying to approach those trebuchets as the Halberdiers are on the right hand side trying to chase down Barles' main army, but Barles I think is just gonna go hit and run, move away, maybe move towards the castle here. He's actually expanding with farms. There's a few Vote Raiders now starting to raid as an extra castle is coming up to guard this stone. This is a really good idea from Dobbs. If you can, you want to go for Vote Raiders, so you're a very strong unit obviously, but helps in siege is gonna be good as well. And we're going to see the elite Magyar Hussar from Barles. Sorry, wrong player. Let me find out. Yes, elite Magyar Hussar coming up. Very nice to see that all the main upgrades are on the way, or the most important upgrades. Siege engineers for Dobbs also coming in, and the question is siege archer, yes or no? I guess not for now, as Dobbs is too low in resources, but that's not a big problem as he has a good amount of army in the field, 27. Not too good actually. Imagine it would be better, and that cast is not going up, 47%. You're gonna see town center from Barles here, and Barles I think should just wall here. Make sure there's no easy way for the villagers to go in. Or maybe just send one single ram, take it down. Nice onager shots on those cav archers. Now we have to fight between the Halberdiers, onagers, and of course cav archers and Magyar Hussars. The castle is still too far away to attack. The trebuchets are slowly approaching, and the elite Magyar Hussars, beautiful. 105 HP, 14 attack and bonus attack against siege units, but no real counter to these Halberdiers. That's the biggest problem here. And the onagers, of course, still a threat whenever you look. Now defense upgrades finally coming up for the cav archers. Elite skirmisher on the way for Barles as well. I like this addition because it's going to be good against the Halberdiers, and you can afford to lose those against onagers. But the more and more Magyar Hussars we're going to see, the better it's for Barles. The thing is, Dobbs now with a good amount of Halberdiers on the field, and the cavalry cannot really approach too well. We have 3 trebuchets hitting that castle, onagers behind or around the traps, and that's good shots on the heavy cav archers now as this castle is going down. Halberdiers approaching. Now going back just in case, Dobbs is collecting his army in around the traps and is now again able to move forward. Magyar Hussar is going to the side, killing the onagers really fast, as you can see, and you can actually sacrifice the Magyar Hussars that don't cost gold to kill the siege easily, but you need to keep your castles alive, and that's the biggest problem for Barles. As far as I can see, he does not have a single castle, and that's something you cannot afford against Celts, I guess. So now Dobbs with an advantage and is looking to take down this extra economy from Barles. Maybe try to finish that castle, which is only on 900 HP, but it's not getting attacked at this point, so Dobbs could just send a few villagers and make sure that he can actually take this extra stone. Barles, of course, would love to have that stone. He's got another castle here. I imagine he just built it. He's going for elite Magyar Hussars again. A lot of villagers on that gold, and we have the 3 trebuchets once again approaching a castle. Not enough military on the field. Magyars cannot really go infantry, their infantry is just too weak. And now siege ram coming in from Dobbs as well. On the right hand side, the TC is going down. He's sending villagers to finish that castle, and I think he's going to be able to do it. A lot of villagers here from Barles are idle as they were working on the stone and gold, I imagine. And Dobbs is even moving with the Halberdiers towards the walls of Barles here. Left hand side, not a lot of things happening, so the focus is now on that castle here. And Barles, not too much military on it, 17 only, that's not looking good. Celts just really strong at this point in the game, and Barles has a lot of resources, but what do you do with those? Magyar Hussars, if you only had castles, you would be fine. For the second stone, that's something he cannot really take, and he could go for Onagers here. That's maybe the only option that he has left, but his Onagers won't be as good as those from Dobbs. Dobbs doesn't have Fury Celtic as far as I can see. No, it's missing that upgrade, but it's on the way now as I'm speaking, and the siege rams are approaching. So even the elite skirmishers won't do good against siege rams. Magyar Hussar is actually, look at this, taking out a siege ram quite fast. Is that 30 attack on a siege ram? That's huge. Well, that's 14 plus 3 from the negative armor, and I guess then 13 extra bonus attack here from Magyar Hussars. From the elite, it's possible. In the meantime, though, the trebuchet, one remaining, is taking down the castle, and the siege ram is now approaching. It's not going to do too much damage as it's going down. The castle is below 1k HP. On the right hand side, the castle is up. Dobbs can take the stone here. Left hand side, still nothing happening, no raiding, but the main battle happening here where Dobbs pretty much is securing his victory here. I don't think there is an easy way for Barles to come back out of this misery, and the elite skirmishers, there's just not enough of them. Barles on 32 military units, which is not bad, but against 54, and against that value of army, now siege rams and trebuchets, with a lot of halberdiers, it's just countering cavalry. Dobbs is looking really good. Let's fast forward a little bit, see that this castle is eventually going down, unless Dobbs is losing the trebuchet, but even then the siege rams now approaching, and with 4 siege rams, 5 siege rams surrounding the castle, and Barles probably out of stone, it's, I think, time to resign the game. Dobbs is just gonna happily send more and more halberdiers. His economy is untouched. He has got 125 villagers working, population capped on 200, and Barles is tapping out. A very interesting game, showcasing the strengths of Celts. Not sure if we can rush with the Magyars here, but it's always a tough battle on Arena. I think Magyars just not that strong, and against Celts, against that siege halberdier combination, it's really difficult to beat that. Hope you enjoyed the game. See you in the next ones. GG.